And then what did you make of Sophie Cunningham's flagrant foul on JC towards the end?
It was a flagrant foul.
Do you think it's like defending Caitlin or defending the team, or how do you view just how it all?
I view it as a flagrant foul.
Oh, that's about the game too.
Yeah, well, I mean, that you guys came for basketball.
Yeah,
Let's
no,
talk
seriously.
about basketball.
Yeah.
Come on now.
What do you think of just how you all were able to pull away in the second half, Caitlin, in particular?
We're going to the Commissioner Cup Championship.
Let's
That's
go!
pretty exciting. Y'all want to talk about that? Let's talk about that.
What do you think, again, in the second half?
What if we told you that Caitlin Clark might actually walk away from the WNBA after only one season? Imagine finishing the year with one last three-pointer and then deciding to step away. With controversial officiating that many fans believe is being overlooked and hard fouls from players like Marina Mabrey, frustration seems to be building. It raises a big question. Is the league still the place where stars shine, or is it starting to feel more like chaotic entertainment? If these rumors turn out to be true, the WNBA could end up losing its biggest star much sooner than anyone expected.
NBA record. This is her second season. And you put the numbers together, it's like 10 seasons. That girl did it in 10 seasons. That means she had one a season. Caitlin Clark is... when Caitlin Clark gets to 10 seasons, she's going to have 100 of these. And y'all can't get a girl her roses. Now, I don't like the fact that she be getting woke because she don't want all these lesbians to be mad at it. At the end of the day, is the woman putting in the work, she's putting in the work. And
it's becoming clear that many fans are growing tired of watching Caitlin Clark seemingly carry the weight of a league that still struggles to balance growth with internal criticism. For the second straight season, she appears to be at the center of controversy and intense attention. Despite the pressure, expectations remain high. Perform well, promote the game, attract fans, handle criticism, and keep a positive attitude. Frustration among supporters has grown stronger. What started as online jokes and memes about protecting Caitlin has turned into a much louder reaction from fans who feel the star guard isn't receiving the respect or protection they believe she deserves from the Women's National Basketball Association. For many of them, the situation now feels like a conflict between loyal supporters who admire her and a league they think should be doing more to support one of its biggest attractions.
This is all going according to plan. This is ideal. Caitlin Clark is holding up her end by being awesome and by being a trash-talking jerk on the court. Love it. Her teammates are holding up their end by having her back. The other players in the league are holding up their end by not liking her. Perfect. Couldn't have written a better script. Caitlin is talking trash to this girl's hard fouling her. Her teammate Sophie Cunningham, who got a black belt in Taekwondo at the age of 6, she's like, I will F you guys up. All of it's great, and Caitlin's a killer. 10 out of 10, no.
Let's be honest. Caitlin Clark is the main reason the WNBA gets attention beyond just Twitter debates and old high school highlights. TV ratings are climbing, jersey sales are booming, and arenas are selling out even in cities where fans barely knew a team existed. She's essentially the league's live-action, three-point shooting superstar. And how does the WNBA treat her? With questionable officiating, distant teammates, and far too many elbows flying. More chaos than a WWE Royal Rumble.
Caitlin Clark is driving the WNBA insane. It's to the point that she may need to step away from the WNBA, have a billionaire come in that has the money to prove a point, and say, Caitlin, I'll pay you $50 million just to see if the WNBA can make it without you. Let's go create a completely different league and expose the hell out of the WNBA just to embarrass this Angel Reese girl that Jameel Hill just said she could go down as a Michael Jordan of WNBA.
Yeah.
Remember when people claimed Caitlin Clark was being welcomed like any other rookie? If welcome means getting blindsided at midcourt while referees act like they're in a cartoon, then sure. She doesn't need a welcome party. She needs a security team and a chiropractor. Then there's Marina Mabrey, who delivered a late-game shove so forceful it looked like she was auditioning for a linebacker role. The foul was so intense, the NBA might have sent her a contract by mistake. Yet Caitlin gets up like it's nothing, because at this point, dodging elbows has become part of her routine. Stretch, shoot, dodge, repeat. What's wild is the double standard she faces. Breathe near a veteran, and she's called entitled. Take a hard foul, and it's part of the game. Brush it off, and she's labeled distant. She could even rescue a puppy during halftime and still get criticized for not passing to a teammate. Meanwhile, fans are practically performing digital CPR on the league, rewinding plays, analyzing every frame like it's historic footage, and screaming into the void. How is that not a flagrant foul?
Well, I will say this. When Caitlin Clark was out, they lost 55% of their viewership. So, basically, Caitlin Clark is paying all their salaries.
Pretty much.
I mean, at the end of the day, you can hate her as much as you want, but she's brought in millions of fucking dollars. So you should be kissing her ass.
And that kind of defeated the purpose of Angel Reese's argument of she's like, hey, it's not just Caitlin Clark that is bringing all the viewership to the WNBA. It's like, well, it definitely is. It's like, it kind of proved that with the viewership rating being down, that she significantly increases viewership with
They try so hard to compare her to Caitlin Clark. They try. So
Referees stay silent, while the league seems more focused on dress codes than player safety. It feels like the whole system has lost its mind. Now, fans aren't just debating whether Caitlin Clark should stay, they're almost pleading for her to leave. Imagine her signing a shoe deal, joining the broadcast booth, or taking her talents to Europe, where basketball is respected and not a high-stakes test of how much abuse one player can endure. Abroad, she'd be paid, protected, and probably welcomed with flowers instead of elbows. The reality is, the WNBA seems to have turned Caitlin Clark into a content factory, feeding her the same drama week after week. Bad calls, zero support, and unnecessary controversy. Fans notice. The media notices. Even casual observers secretly check when she's playing because, love her or hate her, she's the star of the show. But no one wants to watch the main character get sabotaged every episode. In just 2 seasons, she's contributed more to the league than some franchises have in decades. And yet, she's treated like a guest at her own party. Even promos awkwardly present her, "Come watch Caitlin Clark and the others." It's like she's Beyoncé and the rest of the league is a very confused Destiny's Child. No shade, just facts.
Fever and sun hold a brawl and a basketball game breaks out. This was something. Caitlin Clark, without question, gets raked across the face. I think she gets poked in the eye, but it's difficult to tell.
If you're the Indiana Fever, you cannot stand by and let that happen. They need to make it clear to the officials. If you're going to let this happen, then we're going to stand up for our player and make a mess of the game, and you're going to have a big mess on your hands. So you need to stand up for this. You need to do something about this.
You just learned with definitive data and beyond question that Caitlin Clark controls more than half the audience for the entire WNBA.
And then there's the constant gaslighting. It's not that bad. She's being dramatic. She needs to earn her stripes. Oh really? Because by now, Caitlin Clark has earned more stripes than a zebra in a barcode factory. She's averaging 25 points, 8 assists, and countless microaggressions per game, all while keeping a smile on her face. What more does she need to do? Levitate? Fans aren't blind. They notice the double standards, the way some players get preferential treatment while others are shoved aside. They see the forced storylines, the passive-aggressive interviews, and the locker room politics. They're exhausted from watching Caitlin fight for space on a team she practically built herself. They're tired of seeing her snubbed in all-star voting like it's a middle school popularity contest. They're tired of pretending this is acceptable. If she decides to leave after this season, it won't be because she couldn't handle the WNBA. It'll be because she's smart enough to recognize when she's being played. And let's be honest, walking away could be the ultimate power move. The league that constantly talked about her would suddenly face a stark silence. No more sold-out arenas, no more record-breaking streams, no more casual fans logging in just to see her next.
Us were expecting some sort of dip since Caitlin Clark has been out with injury, but I don't think all of us were expecting the entire viewership of the entire WNBA to be down. And this tweet from Christine Brennan really stuck out to me. She said one player gets injured and more than half the TV audience for the entire league disappears. Has any other athlete ever had that kind of impact on a sport? Golf without Tiger definitely dropped precipitously on on occasion, but not like this. This news is alarming for the league, and it's alarming for the league because this is such a crucial year for the WNBA.
If fans want Caitlin Clark to leave the WNBA, it's not because they doubt her talent, it's because they want her to survive. She deserves a place where she can thrive without being the league scapegoat, where her skills and professionalism are respected instead of twisted into a morality play. Caitlin Clark isn't the problem. She's simply holding up a mirror, and some aren't ready to face what they see.